comes to my mind?
When I think about
The rut?
It's that chance that you could see a big buck that you've never seen before at any time of the day.
When them bucks just come cruising through, nose to the ground, hot on a doe's trail.
just pulling those all-day hunts, waiting for that big boy to walk by.
Breaking out that big set of rattling antlers on that brisk morning.
I love the fact when a buck comes out in the open, you give them that grunt. They just lay their ears back, get swelled up.
When you see a doe step out of the field and just hoping that there's a big buck right behind her.
At M.C.T. Productions, we strive to bring you the best footage we can because our cameras are as important as our weapons.
We don't always succeed, but it's not from a lack of dedication.
We are fueled by the adrenaline brought on by mature white-tailed deer strutting toms.
Well, November snuck up on us and we had high hopes of seeing more deer and more bucks chasing during daylight hours, but as you'll see, it didn't quite turn out that way for us.
Even though that we were having a tough time during this part of the season, we were still out there putting in those hours in the stand, because if you're not in the stand, you're not going to see the deer. So we put in the time and kept hard on it all season.
Well, it's November 1st. The days we've been waiting for are coming. A lot more activity on the cameras lately. Just hoping that it all pans out tonight, because today has been a horrible day. I forgot the camera this morning. I planned on hunting all day. I got a tooth drilled yesterday, so I've been out of it this morning. Forgot the camera. Got in the woods. Didn't see a deer. Got down. Hauled butt home. Got the camera. Got in back in here in the woods at 11:30. I can't catch a break today. So we'll see what happens. Well, they said my day couldn't get much worse. I was wrong. I hope tomorrow's a whole better day, man. Well, just got in the tree for an evening set. It's pretty early. It's about 3 o'clock. I don't really know what to expect tonight. I came in here with a climber to a brand new spot, never hunted it before. Kind of went out on a limb on this one. Hopefully it pays off. If I do have a good shot at a doe, I'll take it. least another hour because it's early and the deer are moving in. Coming in here, running and gunning with my climber starting to pay off, so I might be doing more of that in the future. So stay with me and I'll be following the blood trail here in a little bit. Alright, I'm down out of the stand, starting to spit rain, so I want to try and find this doe before it does rain harder. I'm right where I had shot her at, just looking for blood, so I'm trying to find some blood and then follow it.
So I was out of the stand and I got onto the blood trail, and it was pretty bright red blood. So I had high hopes of that, but there wasn't as much blood as I was hoping there to be. And then it started to rain. Just a little bit at first, but then it started raining harder and harder. And I tracked the blood trail up to the property line, and that was still a little bit during daylight hours, hunting hours. And I know there was people on the other side hunting, so I had to stop, back out. It was a friend, so I was allowed to go on the property, but I had to make sure they were done hunting before I went in there. And then by the time I did get in there, it was dark and raining very hard, and just one of those blood trails that just washed away.
It's November 2nd. Today, I woke up a little late. Wasn't that bad. Figured I'd still get in here plenty of time. Got stuck behind a stop train in town. Spilled my coffee. I hope today starts looking up. Still pretty early, so keep an eye on them, see if they get in range. Well, it's November 2nd. I was sitting in the stand and I shot my buck in the other night. buck on November 3rd. And I'm hunting back in a pretty deep ravine, big pinch point. Checked a camera here this morning after my morning hunt and had numerous probably 6 or 7 different bucks cruising right through here, anywhere from noon to 5 o'clock at night. So I'm jumping on it quick. I came in here with my sticks in the stand and I hung a stand and got all set up. So hopefully this pays off. I mean, I know the deer have been moving through here and the bucks are kind of chasing through here. So we'll see how it goes tonight. It's November 8th and I've had a rough morning so far. It's only been shoot time for about a half hour. Well, it's just about 10 o'clock. And I've seen a couple does. Saw 2 does crossed over here in a big ravine. And then 2 fawns sporting right under me. And then just not too long ago I saw another doe over here in the big ravine. So I'm just gonna stick it out all day. I got nothing else to do. You can't shoot a deer sitting on the couch. The stand again. It's November 10th. I'm in the same exact tree that I sat in the other day, all day. So I'm down here in this ravine, and we saw 16 does and 2 bucks that day. So deer are moving, and the rut's getting real close if it's not here. So stay with us, and let's see what happens tonight with M.C.T Productions. It's November 11th, and as you can see, it's pretty snowy out. It's awesome weather. I love it. The deer should be moving, and hopefully we see a big buck tonight. I can't wait to see what happens tonight. We only got an hour and 20 minutes left, but I just got out here to get out here as quick as I could. So stick with us. I have a good feeling about tonight. Come on.
When I missed this buck, I was heartbroken. When he jumped the fence, he kind of went out a little closer than what I thought he was going to, and I thought he was more about 30 yards. And so I put the 30-yard pin just a little low and shot over his back. It happens to everybody. If you haven't missed a deer or lost a deer, you probably haven't been hunting long enough, because that's going to happen to everybody. Well, as you saw in this video, not everything during the deer hunting season is going to go your way. You can miss a deer, you could not be getting on the deer that you want to be seeing, and our advice is keep your head up, keep logging those hours into the stand, and the chances of you getting a deer will increase significantly.
Brought to you by
Osage Trophy Blend.
Muddy Outdoors, Bloodsport,
Wicked Tree Gear.
This is one bad song.
Campbell Cameras. N Designs.